Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a pretty awesome day myself. My headache from yesterday is gone, thankfully, and we have a lot of work to do today. So last episode, we worked a little bit on the keep. We did some work on the kind of upper portions of the keep, and I think it's looking a lot better. The towers that we added definitely add a lot. But we talked a little bit about the window, and we kind of chose our colors as green and gold, or green and yellow specifically, for the castle as kind of our highlight colors. The downside to that is that I don't really have a good source of cactus, which is used to make green dye. And that's what I want to tackle in this episode. In today's episode, I want to build a cactus farm, and not just like a little makeshift one where I put down some sand and put some cactus on top and call it good. No, I want to build a proper cactus farm in today's episode. So that is the plan. I've done a little bit of preparation. What we're going to have is we'll have our cactus farm kind of down underground here, kind of going out this direction. Then we're going to have an item elevator that brings it up, and we'll have two double chests right here kind of sticking out, and this will be our collection point. Then we'll build like a little structure around the collection point so that it doesn't look, bad. And you'll just come up and grab the cactus you need out of the chest. So that is basically the plan. I have a lot of digging to do, though, because all this ladder is just a ladder that goes down to nothing. There's nothing carved out other than just this initial spot where the item elevator is eventually going to go. So lots of work to do. So I think we are going to get into that. It's going to be a grindy process, but I'm ready. I'm ready and I'm excited. Before I jump into that, though, I want to talk super quick. I've been getting a lot of questions as to where is Kingdoms. For those of you who don't know, Kingdoms is my single-player vanilla series, and it's my baby, and it's my world that I've been playing in for quite some time. I've got a whole bunch of different areas all built up, and working on all sorts of cool projects. Right now, the big project in Kingdoms is kind of a Roman-inspired village. It's very cool, and has some really cool builds in it. But that series has been put on a temporary hold kind of while I get Hermitcraft Season 5 underway. So my plan is to do the first 25 episodes of Hermitcraft Season 5 as daily. And then once I hit that 25 episode, I'm going to switch back and start bringing Kingdoms back into the rotation. So we'll probably I'm planning on like an every other day, Hermitcraft Kingdoms. That might change. Maybe I'll do more Hermitcraft, a little less Kingdoms. Maybe I'll do sometimes a little more Kingdoms, a little less Hermitcraft. But basically, Kingdoms is not gone. Kingdoms, honestly, will never be completely gone from my channel because it's my single-player world, and it really means a lot to me. It's something I've put a lot of time and a lot of work into for quite some time, and it's not going away. It's just on a little bit of a break right now. But without further ado, we have a ton of work to do to get this cactus farm project underway. And I think for the dig, what better way to kick things off than with a bit of a time lapse? Alright guys, I am back, and I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. had to make a trip to the Ender because my pickaxes were both pretty much toast after digging that whole thing out. And that's about the 8th, 9th, maybe 10th time that I've been to the Ender today to fully repair my pickaxes, because I don't know if I showed you this, but scoreboard, I've been doing some work. I spent so much time working on the community dig project today. I think when I woke up this morning, I only had about 2, maybe 3,000 blocks mined, and now I'm up over 50,000. I think that puts me in 3rd place behind Jevin and then Scar, who's kind of the lead on the project, and he's kind of laying out some of the boundaries right now as far as how far you're allowed to dig and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we have more work to do on the farm. So let's talk a little bit about how this is going to be laid out. And I'm not going to worry too much about the aesthetics of this room, because the thing is, right, nobody's ever going to see this. It's going to be completely underground and completely covered up, and nobody's ever actually going to see it. I want to do a little bit, just a little bit of work on making it look, at least semi-okay, but I'm not going to do a ton of work on making the inside of the cactus farm look good, because, as I said, nobody's ever going to see it. It's going to be invisible for everybody, you know what I mean? Like, there's just not, it's just not worth it. So, yeah, that's a thing. So let's talk a little bit about how this is going to work. So basically, what we're going to have is 3 layers. And at the beginning of that time lapse, you may have seen me kind of putting down a couple blocks here and there. And that is basically so that I could mark out where these layers were going to be, right? And how I needed to kind of measure out the room a little bit, because I know how I want it to be laid out, but I needed to figure out the layout. So basically what's going to happen, let's see, I should have a crafting bench in here. Yep, not just 1, but 3, because I'm that special. And I think what we're going to do, let's go and grab our, what am I doing? Derp. There we go. So how this is going to work is, right, was it like this? I feel like it was here, but started right there, maybe? Now I'm trying to remember how I did this, because I know this is water level, right? Yeah. It was like this. Okay, so we're going to have 3 rows, right? Just like this. And then those rows are going to come all the way over to here. And we'll knock out every other block. Just like so. And we'll do that for each of these 3 rows. So essentially we're going to have cactus on every other side, right? So every other block is going to be a cactus, and they're basically going to end up being in like a grid pattern like this. And this farm, I should probably say, those of you who have watched my Kingdom series, who've been around for a while and who enjoy that series, some of you may recognize this cactus farm, because this is basically the same cactus farm that I built in my single-player world, and it's pretty awesome. Like, it's almost lossless. I don't know if it's actually possible to make a completely lossless cactus farm, because if the cactus pops up and goes straight back down and hits itself, it's going to disappear. But this is about as close as you can get, and it's heavily based on the myth-busting video that Exuma did, quite some time ago. I don't remember exactly when, but it was quite a long time ago, where he was trying to figure out the most efficient cactus farm design. And this probably isn't the most efficient cactus farm design if you're talking space efficiency, but the way we're going to set this up, we'll basically have just over 3 full stacks of cactus in here as our breeder cactuses, right? So here we've got 11 rows of 3, and we'll double that on either side. So there'll be 66 cactus on each level, and then we're going to have 3 levels, so just over 3 stacks of cactus. Now, what you want to bet? I didn't actually bring any sand or anything like that with me. Nope. Okay, tell you what. Let me get some stuff together. Let me get some of these slabs and stuff like that in place, and then I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got all the slabs and stuff in place for this first level, and I think it's good. So let's do a little bit of stuff here. Let's grab the sand right here, and what we're gonna do is obviously... Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I put these at the wrong level. Oh, man. Okay, so with that minor fail out of the way, now we can go ahead and put all of our sand in place on this level like so. Pretty easy, not too difficult. We could do it from down here as well. Might be a little faster to do it that way. I don't know. Either way, let's just do this one side together of the farm, and then once this side is complete, then we'll go back and I'll show you guys kind of the plan for the rest of it. So the other thing we need to do is we need to put some lights in here. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1 here. And then we'll maybe go 1 there. There. Oh, that's not going to be spaced evenly, is it? That would be great if these could be evenly spaced. That would be amazing. I don't think that's going to happen, though. How could I do that differently? Maybe we could go here. 1, 2, 3 there. Here. 2, 3, 2, 3. Nope, because then that one would be messed up too. Oh, wait. Maybe it wouldn't. 1, 2, 3. Aha. Yep. Yeah, actually, that should do it. That should allow us to get even spacing if we do it like a so instead, right? Yeah, that should be good. Okay, and then in one of these, it might be this one over here, actually. Yeah, here we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I've got some glowstone. So let's just put that into the floor like so, just to give us some light down here, because we do want this area to be mob safe. I don't think there are actually going to be any spawnable areas in this farm anyway, but at the same time, it's good to be mob safe, right? So we do that, then we can put this back, and then what we'll do next, I need another, where's my ender chest? Let's do this, and let's do one of those guys. And then we're going to grab some glass and make ourselves some glass panes. And we are going to go through a ton of glass panes with this project. And that's okay. You know, we have a mining desert. I've got a super smelter. It's not that bad. Like, it could be way worse. So our cactuses are going to go at this level. So up here at this level, could I please, pretty please, just stop falling? That would be great. Yep. Oh man, that's gonna be tricky. There we go. All right, so up at this level, we'll have glass panes, and those glass panes are gonna wrap all the way around. Now, this farm could be shrunk a little bit, because if these glass panes were right up against the wall, it really wouldn't make that big of a difference, honestly. Like, it wouldn't really do... the farm wouldn't function any less or anything like that. It would be fine. But I think I want to do it this way because, you know, why not? I feel like doing it this way. So this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to basically get all the glass panes in place like so. And it's going to end up being like a grid pattern, essentially. We're almost done with this little part. There, there, there. Okay? And then here, see, we're making like a little grid that kind of comes out and essentially making like a little box around each of the cacti or cactuses. And by the way, before you all jump at me for saying cacti or for saying cactuses, both are actually correct. I'm just throwing that out there right now because I know there will be comments that are like, it's not cactuses, it's cacti, and it's not cacti, it's cactuses. This discussion happens every time I make a cactus farm. Yeah, they are both grammatically correct. Anyway, so you guys get the idea of the grid pattern. Let me finish getting this in place, and then I'll be back. Okay, so there we go. Glass panes in place. Obviously, we still need to put the cactus in place. Yeah, cacti. I'm going to go with cacti. They're both right, but I'm going cacti. So obviously, we still need to put that in place. So can I make... Yeah, there we go. So all we need to do, drop those in here like so, right? Pretty easy. There. And one more layer, or one more row, I should say. So there we go. There's all the cactuses. I just said I was going to say cacti, didn't I? Either way, there's that. Okay, so now we're going to go over here. And we're going to jump up here. And we're going to find the level the glass panes are at, which is here. And we're going to leave a gap. And then right here is where our floor level is going to be for the next floor. Okay, so let's just do like a little ladder type deal. Like this. And that'll come all the way over to here. And on this edge, I'm going to put polished andesite like this. Okay? So, pretty easy and straightforward for the moment. Let's just put a torch up here because we're not done with the first level yet. But you can see how that's going to look. If we look over here, see? Nice and simple, right? And then what we'll do is, I may have put them in my ender chest. That's packed ice. I thought I had regular ice somewhere. Did I put it in here? Yeah. Here we go. So what we're going to do is over here, I'm just going to put down some regular ice like so. And we're just going to do one of these. Break that out, and that should flow directly to this edge, right? And I will put one here where this ladder is, but I gotta get the... In fact, we could actually do that right now. Why not? There we go, because I can still jump and get up the ladder, but that'll catch all the cactuses and push them into this little center bit right here. And then we'll have another waterway going this way with probably packed ice underneath it just to speed up the process a little bit, and that'll lead to the item elevator over here. So that's basically how this whole farm works. You can see it does take a little while to make, though, and I have 1/2 of one layer done. So yeah, let me get to building the other layers, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and it is probably about 2 hours later, I would say, give or take. All of the layers of the farm are in place and looking good and functioning quite well, in fact. So we are in good shape. We are in business, my friends, as they say. So you can see here we have the farm. Look at this. This is, I've been up there long enough to make a repeater and a comparator, and we just picked up, I think I had 10 cactus in my inventory. Just in that, like, I don't know, maybe minute. This thing is functioning very well. I'm very happy with it. This will give us all the cactus we need and then some. So now what we need to work out is the water stream that carries the cactus once they hit this middle point over to the item elevator. And that shouldn't be too hard to do at all, in fact. So let's grab somewhere I should have. Yeah, here we go. Let's grab one ice. And let's just break that. And that's going to go to right here, it looks like. So then we can break this out going this way, right? And then that'll carry cactus to here. And then we can break that out going this way. You go back there. And then last but not least, here. Good. Okay. So that is working. So now what we're going to do, now that we have this fancy little item water thing, we're actually, oh, yeah, there, I was going to say, why are you farm source? There we go. So what we're going to, oh, I shouldn't have done that actually. Well, that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is where it would go down. Okay. And then it would go down again right here. And we'll bring that to over here. And we're going to replace all of this with packed ice. I should have in... Here we go. I did find an Ice Plain Spikes biome, if you're wondering, if the fact that I'm rocking this packed ice didn't, give it away. But we should just be able to do something like that, right? And I think that should carry the water all the way. Let's just double check our math. 7, 7, 7, and yeah, good. Okay, so that is good. Now over here, right, this is where we need it to feed into our item elevator. And I haven't made one of these in a little while, so you're going to have to bear with me because this might be super derpy. But we're going to put a dropper facing up right there with 2 hoppers leading into it like so. And then we're going to clear a little bit of space over here. Okay. Let's just do that. Is that going to be enough space? That should be enough space, I think. So let's put a full block here with a comparator facing like that in subtract mode. 2 bits of redstone dust like so. And then this repeater facing that way, set to maximum delay. A thingy there. And 2 bits of... let's use the polished andesite just to show it's part of this circuit. That's probably a smarter plan. Okay. I think that should work. So if I put some cactus in here... Yeah, it's going to shoot it up. Awesome. So that is working. Now, if I turn the delay on that down... Yeah, it'll go a little faster. Which is good. Okay. Let's try just here. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just go without any delay. I don't know why it's set to delay in my reference image. I'm using the same item elevator that I use for my mob farm in my Kingdoms world, which is one that I learned from Nembon, who certainly knows his item elevators far better than I do. Okay, So that seems to be working. So now what we need to do is basically anything here that doesn't have a dust or a thing in it, we got to cover that up. So that's what we're going to do. Just like so. All right. And then right here, we got to bring that down. And then last, we just need to run this all the way up. And we should, yep, good. We are getting cactus. That means it's working. So whenever we get a new cactus, it should spit its way up to the top of the item elevator. And I've already checked this this shaft to make sure that it doesn't, like, have any spots where it runs into a cave or anything like that. So we should be in good shape. And any and all cactus should come right up the item elevator for us. And I'm using the polished andesite just so I know where the item... Yep, there was another piece of cactus right there. Nice. Okay, so that comes up. This is our item elevator right here. Good. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this stuff around like so. We're going to take a hopper feeding into that block and into that block. And these are where our two chests are going to go. Okay. That's my plan, anyway. And then we also need to make sure that we have another hopper and another hopper. And then last but not least, surround those as well. And then we'll put a water stream up here to carry the items the last couple blocks or whatever it is. Let's do this. There we go. So any items that come up the item elevator should end up in these hoppers. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure. We'll find out. If I'm wrong, we will know soon enough, my friends. So now let's go back into our ender chest. Let's go into here, grab ourselves a bit more wood, because I need to make some chests, and we'll put one right there and one right there. There we go. Yep, look at that, filling up as it should. So let's just leave that for a minute. We'll just leave that alone, okay? And this should be working. We can get rid of that and that, and I may end up... Oh, that needs to be... I knew that. I totally knew that needs to not be a full block. I thought of that, I promise. Derp. That's okay. So let's go. Let's grab maybe a stair. And we're going to put a stair right there. There we go. So now it should open just fine. Good. That's what I need. All right. And then we'll say, maybe we grab some dark oak and bring that down like so. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm not sold on this. We may end up swapping this out for like spruce or something. Random stone. Must have fallen into the hopper. That's okay. Yeah, let me do a little bit of work on this building, and then I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got it figured out. I think it's good. We got ourselves a bit of a super fantastic cactus farm collection point, sort of. I mean, it's small, and it's kind of quaint, and I like it. I think this works really well, and we'll just put like a little thing up there to signify, hey, this is where you get cactuses? This is where you get them from. I know we've already discussed the whole both are correct thing, but still, it feels weird to not, like, be able to pick one. But it works. We added... I kind of messed up the roof a little bit, maybe a little bit too much. I may have gone a little bit overboard with that, but I think it's okay. And the idea is that this is kind of like a rundown shed more than anything else, right? And it basically all it is a collection point for the cactus farm. We also need to figure out a way for me to get down to the cactus farm in case I need to do maintenance or if I want to add any more levels to it, because it is a completely expandable farm. I could make it much larger if I wanted to, but there's not really any need for me to do so at the moment. I do also most certainly need to clean up after myself because everything's kind of a mess right now, but it's okay. It's fine. I will empty out my inventory and do all the necessary inventory maintenance after the episode is finished. Goodbye, Diorite. But unfortunately, guys, I am very much out of time for this episode. Also, this episode brought to you by Verizon Wireless because they give me mobile hotspot when my normal internet provider decides that my internet is going to go down 5 times over the course of the day. Just a little frustration that I've been having with this episode. So that's the other reason this episode is coming to a conclusion right now, is because I'm currently running off of my phone for internet. My regular internet is currently down. You almost didn't have a Hermitcraft today at all. So, yeah. The joys of the modern era. First world problems, right? Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this one. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it. It really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.